Welcome back. This is Brandon from Craft Quad Cities. We're continuing our Women in Brewing series. We're at Iron Spike Brewing with Heather Kurz. Heather, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Great.
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining me. So we're the next, 10 minutes or so, we're gonna talk about what you do here at Iron Spike, some beers you enjoy, and then women in the brewing industry. So we'll kind of cover a range of those topics. So let's get it started. Heather, what's your position here?
I'm Assistant General Manager here at Iron Spike.
Assistant General Manager?
Yes.
Great. And how long have you been doing that for?
2.5 years.
2.5?
Yes.
And it's going great?
Yes, it's wonderful.
Awesome.
It's wonderful.
Awesome. So Iron Spike's been around for about 6 years now, so you've been here for almost half of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
It's been a good time, definitely.
Awesome. So what'd you do before that, and what'd you get interested in coming to a brewing industry before?
I was a bartender before I got my job here, and to be honest, I needed a job, and they were hiring. And then after getting the job is when I realized how much I just love the industry. It's so fast-paced, which I really enjoy, and the beer, of course, because I've always been a beer lover. So having all those options was sold.
Were you a craft beer lover before you came here?
No, I was just your normal domestic beer drinker. But
as were probably most people. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
So you got here and you're like, oh wow, they make all these beers I've probably never heard of.
No.
Never tried.
Yep. Still so many that I haven't. With the industry always growing. With all the different beers.
Yeah. No, for sure. No, that's great. So, being the assistant general manager, what's your daily responsibilities? Like when you come into work, what do you normally do?
There's a wide range of things. I'm really honestly all over the place. I like to do it all. Usually I'm behind the bar, speaking to customers, helping them find the right beer, or I'm taking pictures of the beer, helping my staff as much as I can.
Yeah. Just
staying busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So when you nail that awesome beer picture, like you just get really excited. You're like, wow, I just killed this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I have to show my friends, my family, everyone. I'm like, hey, look at this.
So it's kind of like what I do with my wife. I'm almost like, look at this picture. It's just perfect. The color's great. The lighting's great. Like it's not blurry.
Yeah, absolutely. We just posted one of my pictures on our Facebook page, and I made all my friends share it, and family was excited. So yeah, it's fun.
Awesome. So you're just kind of all over the place. You're helping customers. You're running food probably.
Absolutely.
You're
making salads. Everything. The whole nine.
Putting in drink orders, bringing drink orders. You're just kind of all over the place.
Yep.
I think that's probably, any general manager, assistant general managers out there, I think the more hands-on you are, you don't want to hide them back. It's like one that makes probably for a boring shift.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plus, if you enjoy that customer interaction, checking to see if their meal is good or if they need another drink, makes your time go by and makes it more fun.
Oh yeah, I love sitting with customers and really playing with their their palates and their taste buds and really finding something that they like. I could do that all day long.
Awesome. Well, I mean, if you got awesome food and beer here, then you get done with your shift and then you get to enjoy it, right?
Yes, absolutely. Gotta have that shift beer.
So what is your favorite part about what you do? Is it the customers, or what would you consider your favorite thing about what goes on here at Iron Spike?
I would say it's a mix of both. I love the customer interaction. I also love everyone that works here as well. We're pretty close-knit here. We always make sure that everyone is successful, and management's great. They treat everyone great. It's just a really good family-friend atmosphere.
Great. No, that's awesome. So obviously we got, about 14 or 15 or so beers on tap here right now.
Yes.
Either currently or maybe a beer that's not on tap right now. What's your favorite house beer?
My favorite house beer is the Citra Comet. It's a hazy.
Citra Comet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's available in cans as well, right?
Yes, you can get that in 4-packs. Yep. It's got that nice juicy flavor, and it's like the perfect bitterness. It's amazing. Awesome.
What seasonal beer is your favorite?
I would probably have to say right now the Better Watch Out. It was an oatmeal stout. It was a Christmas stout. Had a little bit of a cinnamon to it. It was very nice. Awesome. Waiting for that one to come back for sure.
No, that's great. So outside of Iron Spike then, obviously a few years ago you started liking craft beers. You got here at Iron Spike. You enjoy their beers. If we were to look in your refrigerator right now, what other beers besides Iron Spike might be in it? What else do you enjoy from other breweries?
So one thing that's great about Iron Spike is we take field trips and stuff, and we go to different breweries. That way we can get a chance to try other beers. And I was just at 5 Cities, I think, probably about a month ago, and their Swifty Hippie IPA.
Okay.
Really good.
That's a super popular one.
Yes, I love that one.
Super popular one. They have a variant of that right now with coconut.
Ooh.
So if you're a coconut fan and
yeah.
already a fan of that beer,
Looks like we're going back.
I have to try that one out. No, so 5 Cities in Bettendorf. Obviously, super cool environment there. Make some great beers. Swifty Hippie is one of their popular ones as well.
Yeah.
So that one's liked by a lot of people. As
I bet.
So great. So if you were to describe craft beer to someone that's not a fan of craft beer, maybe even hasn't had it before, how would you describe that and kind of encourage them to, try it?
Normally what I tell people is that if you're a beer drinker, even better, because there's so many different things that you can try, styles and flavors, as well as people that have never tried beer. There's always something. We can find something that you're going to enjoy and kind of just, open up their horizons a little bit and, at least try things, experiment. And usually I can get someone to order a beer after that,
Yeah. So that's one of the things I love about breweries. You can go in and get a sample. You're not quite sure if you're going to like it or not, and you don't want to be dedicated to drinking a full pint. It's like, hey, give me 2 ounces and I'd love to try it. And, one of my sayings I always kind of use is, people that say they don't like craft beer, I think they just haven't found the craft beer that they enjoy yet.
Exactly.
So they've tried some stuff that they haven't cared for.
Yep.
It's probably the style. Maybe it was the brewery if it was an off beer, you know. And it's like, okay, so try a completely different style. If you didn't like this one, you might enjoy this one.
Yeah.
So it's like you just haven't found it yet. It's not that you don't like it.
Usually I ask customers what they enjoy, whether it be beer or not, and then I will come back with 4 or 5 samples because I'm excited to show you all the different beers I think you're going to enjoy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say from what I've seen, people that normally don't like craft beer is that as they try more things, like I've witnessed it, they're like, and it usually starts off with, oh, that one's not bad.
Right.
So if you can get them to say that one's not bad, you're getting them there.
Right,
like,
yeah.
They're not making a cringe-worthy face.
Right.
They're not wanting to spit it out. It's not bad, which means they kind of enjoyed it.
Right, yeah.
Which means they're probably going to enjoy some other things as they keep trying. So that's great. So obviously, we kind of, as we're sitting here talking with Heather, we're really kind of trying to put a spotlight on women in the brewing industry. Their positions, what they do, how they got involved. We kind of covered that so far. But what do you think going forward the future of women in the brewing industry is going to be like?
I would say, in my opinion, just everyone being open-minded, that the brewing industry isn't just a man's world, it's a woman's world as well. And then just being able to make everyone feel more comfortable, create a different atmosphere where everyone can enjoy beer. I work with plenty of ladies here, and they work really hard to show that every single day. Yeah. And it's, so women are one of the minority groups right now that is increasing in the brewing industry. Still, there's still a lot of men involved, but women are, over the past 5 years especially, we've seen a lot of increase in the amount of women that are just coming in, and some are getting into bartending, like that's how they start off. Mm-hmm. Some are in management positions. Some are actually assistant brewers or head brewers now. All the way up to there's women-owned breweries out there where there's women in charge of them. So we're seeing a nice range right now. It's not just like, oh, I work at this brewery, but I just am stuck behind a bar. It's, they're spread out across all positions. Yeah.
Social media management, some are just doing that. Like I said, being face-to-face customers, some are doing sales. Mm-hmm. And, it's really great to see. And you're just one of the highlights along the way that's coming up about women in the brewing industry. So I really appreciate you taking time today.
Yeah, thank you.
Look forward to seeing what else you get to do and be involved with here at Iron Spike.
Thank you.
And we really appreciate it. So again, it's the Women in Brewing series I'm putting on. This will be available on craftqc.com and on our social pages. This is going to be leading up to our International Women's Brew Day, which happens in early March. So as you're going to be watching these videos, I'm going to be talking with all the women that are involved in the network that I have on my site. And you're going to be finding out a little bit more about them, what they do, and what they see women doing here in the future. Thanks, guys. Cheers.